That's right. Today we're going to be talking about partner experiments, partner sandbox, partner flameboy game, whatever you really want to call it. Pick your poison. Although, if you want to not pick your poison, like the video, you don't have to ingest the poison like everyone else. Today we're going to be talking about the sandbox mode, specifically answering some questions, some big problems that I see with the game. And the big one is, do the units you get in sandbox mode actually go into the proper game? So if I get a hyper in sandbox mode, someone just says, hey, yo, dog, here's a hyper, and I accept the hyper, when I go into this game, which is the regular game, will I have it? And the answer is no. It's a big resounding no. Nothing you get in the sandbox mode applies to this game at all. And that means all those upgraded Titan Drill Man giveaways, they don't do anything. The next big one is, do signatures transfer? No, they don't transfer. They don't transfer in the post office. So if somebody sends it in the post office, it doesn't transfer either. It doesn't matter where you get it, how you get it in the sandbox mode. You're not ever going to get it in the actual game. So why are giveaways being done in the sandbox mode? I can't tell you. I would not be able to explain the insanity and the pointlessness of that. But hey, that's for you, I guess, to make up your mind. I have my own, beliefs. The next big question that constantly is surrounding it is like the codes. How does the code work? Barry, give me code. That's a question I get a lot. Barry, how the heck give me your code, Barry boy? I can't. I don't actually have a code. Codes change constantly. So unless you're in the sandbox mode, you don't have a code. Right now, I don't have a code. But if I was to go and create, sandbox server, then I'd have a code. But it doesn't stay the same. It's not like the code is active when I'm in it and then it deactivates when I leave. Like, yes, it's true that that happens, but my code is not the same code every time and it just turns on and off. My code can be like 1, 2, 3, 4 in one game and 4, 5, 6 in the next. Like, it's just not a consistent thing. So you can't guess, and there's no way to know unless I tell you. And again, I don't spend my days in sandbox mode, so I don't have a code. I'm code homeless. I'm sorry to tell you. Another thing is, like, how do you play the sandbox mode? That's a question that happens, and it's pretty simple. You don't. Sandbox mode is not actually designed for people to play. In fact, when you finish a game in sandbox, it kicks you. A lot of people don't know that, but it kicks you. So if I was to be in there and me and, I don't know, Mr. Bemmy Blocks boy that's back was to be playing, I would get kicked the second I finish the match. It doesn't matter how much I destroy him in a versus game, I'm still going to get kicked. It's just how it is. You have to end up leaving and then recreating a whole new server just to play again. So it's not designed for playing. You might now naturally be led to the question of, well, what do you do in Sandbox? What the heck is the point of it? And the point of it is for partners. The entire point of Sandbox mode is for partners and YouTubers to get away from this. Just kidding. Love you guys. But it's to be created for, content and like thumbnails. If I wanted to get a very nice picture of Miss TV woman, if you know what I mean. Just kidding. That's icky. What do I look like? Did you know? I don't think so. Anyway, it's meant for content. It's meant for if I had a pickle and I needed to get out of this pickle. Like, they added in this beautiful hyper and I could not for the life of me summon it. I could just spawn it in sandbox mode and go off and start playing with it and just experiment and be like, yo, look how good he is. That's all it's for. It's not meant for everybody else to be in there. It completely doesn't work. It's why the trading plaza is disabled in the sandbox. It's why the games crash at the end. Like, you have to rejoin a new lobby when the game ends because they're not designed for you to play. That's a big misconception that people want to play like Toilet Tower Defense Part 2. It's not a Part 2. It's technically like a 1.5, really. All it is Toilet Tower Defense with superpowers. I can fly in that game. That's all it is. It's nothing more than that. And so I wanted to explain as well kind of what's been going on with the sandbox mode. For those unaware, it's kind of kaboomed. I've made a video about it in the past talking about how partner experiments was ruined because that was when people were calling it experiments and not sandbox mode, which I think sandbox mode is completely false advertising. Like, it's not an actual mode. Like, sandbox mode, it's not a mode. It's just a different game which we have admin controls. That's all it is. It's been overblown. It's been explained in like a weird way by a lot of YouTubers, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know why it's been portrayed like what you get in the actual game, it also applies in Sandbox. Like, I don't know why anybody would believe that what you get in the Sandbox mode would apply here. Because think about it. If you was to go into the Sandbox mode now, you wouldn't have your items that you have in this game. So why would the ones you get in that game come over here? And I want to make it abundantly clear, I don't think giveaways should be happening in the Sandbox mode. I've talked about it a lot in like chats and just in other discords. I don't like it because a lot of people don't know that. And that's why I'm making this video, to try and help a few of you guys, because I can actually see who you guys are sub to. I can see that you guys watched a lot of the streamers that stream Sandbox mode. So I wanted to make it abundantly clear that if you ever enter one of their giveaways or their signatures, unless it's explicitly said that it's in the actual game, it doesn't actually do anything. So in my opinion, you shouldn't waste your time in any of the Sandbox mode streams that are just doing giveaways or doing like signing giveaways in the Sandbox mode. It doesn't do anything. You're never going to see it in the actual game. And again, when a partner is done in a lobby, say we're messing around in that game. You know, we're playing Palm. Don't make a weird joke. Don't you dare. Also, if you're watching at this point, comment down below #pink, and you will enter to win an actual unit, a real unit. Where's my where's my boy? But yeah, I'm giving away an NG. So signed NG. Just comment down below #pink. But anyways, anyway, where was I? So if we was to be playing like Palm Paradise as friends, doing friend things, then, you know, I'd have to end up just completely shutting down the server and starting over again. So it's not like you get to play the Sandbox mode whenever you want, and so you could actually use these things that's being given away or signed. You can't do anything with them. And again, even if miraculously you could, it's not like you could sell it for anything either. Like, this isn't a part 2 of the game because, as I said, the trading plaza is closed. So this whole thing to me is just very confusing, and I don't understand why people care so much about the Sandbox mode, because whilst it could be fun, I do agree, it could be fun messing about with some people in the Sandbox mode in a perfectly normal way. You stop making those weird jokes. Then, you know, I don't see much point beyond that, like if you're just purely bantering. So let me know in the comments, have you actually been in the Sandbox before, and what was your opinion on it? Like, am I the only one that doesn't think the Sandbox is that special? You know, I don't think it's that great. I think it's fun for videos, definitely, because it gives me more freedom. Like, so many times I have just ideas that I get to do in the Sandbox that I can't do anywhere else, but it doesn't suddenly then make all the things that I explained true. Like, so to summarize, no, the units you get in Sandbox mode doesn't actually transfer into this game. No matter how many times you do it, you're never going to be able to transfer what you get in the Sandbox to this game. Signatures don't transfer, the code changes, and you can't really play Sandbox mode because each time you finish a match, it just disbands and you have to rejoin. So that's to summarize it. I don't know if this was an important video. I doubt anybody made it to the end. If you did, just comment down below. Fish. Yeah. Or no, don't comment down fish. No fishes. Comment down below, partner experiment bad. Or, you know, just comment what your opinion is, and for one person randomly who just says their opinion, it could be good, it could be bad, about the Sandbox, I'll give you, you know, a signed old godly, because I have a bunch of old godly still. Thank you so much to everyone for watching. Sorry if this video became more ranty. I didn't intend for it to be ranty. I just have a lot to say about Sandbox, okay? It ruffles the feathers. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all on the flip-flop. Bye, guys.